My name is Kat, this is my channel Kat Can Sew, and this is episode 18. I am on Instagram under Kat Can Sew, and to all my new and returning subscribers, thank you for watching. And especially last episode I got a ton of views, more than I normally do, and that makes my heart happy. Please comment, like, subscribe, interact. I do badly at interacting with other videos, so I get it, but if you remember, if you're watching on a device, you can comment, put a little sneaky comment in and we can interact. It's been a week. I am sorry I sound like trash. I have had a head cold since Friday afternoon, which I'll go into a little bit at the end. But I did work on 10 projects and I have one finish, so I'm pretty happy with that. That is not the 13 projects I was supposed to, or 14 projects I was supposed to have worked on in the last 2 weeks. Though we are now up to repeating projects, so it's not too bad. I did only miss a couple of days in the last fortnight for March Madness. I am doing Stitching March Madness with Fandom Stitching. To everybody who, in saying that, thank you to Shan for doing a social exchange. I have a bunch of new people I am following on Instagram, and I have a bunch of new Flosstube channels to start watching. Hopefully I will get to do that in the next week or so. Just because I've been sick doesn't mean I've actually got anything done in the last 4 days. I'm going to jump straight into my stitching. I have a teeny tiny little bit of haul and some life/Disney updates at the end. So we're going to start with what I worked on the last day I filmed, which last time I filmed was the 13th. And I worked on Mirabilia. This is by Mirabilia, and I also worked on this on the 23rd because she did win her round. And so here is where she was, and here is where she is. Between the 2 days I got about 850 stitches done. She's so pretty. I'm only like 30% done, and I reckon about 3/4 of what is left is skirt, so it's going to take me a while. She is, later in the year she'll probably become a focus piece. This is stitched on 28 count Bayeux by Live and Die LA, 2/1, all the called fors. Sorry, 2/2 with using all the called fors. On the 14th, sorry, let's move stuff out of the way so I know I've done it. On the 13th, the project I worked on was Red Lady Pirate, also by Mirabilia. This was my round 1 matchup, and I got about 365 stitches done, but only 165 of those counted towards March Madness. The rest of them I did after midnight, as I did use this for my second March whip go, which was gold. So all up I got about 365 stitches done. All of that is in the border. I've got about 20 stitches left of gold, and then the border is done. So sparkly. That gives us the idea all of this will be fully stitched. Some of it is Whisper, which I will come back and do later. This is a 28 count Opal Lugana in Tropic Waters from Live and Die LA, stitched using the cord fors. Also on the 14th, because Mirabilia, I stitch in here. I have mostly been stitching in the lounge for the last couple of weeks. So the projects on the floor stands don't go into the living room because the floor stand is too hard to move. So late on the 13th and into the 14th, I worked on the Mickey Head Heroes pattern from ElCrossStitch from Etsy. Here is the pattern. Here is where I am. And I forgot to do that for Red Lady Pirate, but I probably posted it anyway. And here is where I'm at. I got 1100 stitches. No, I got 704 stitches done on this over the last 2 weeks. I also worked on this on the 17th. So I finished Alice. I worked on Cusco. I started Bolt and then just did a bunch of those sparkly elements that I'm doing in between, which were charted in 3865, and I am doing in Petite Treasure Braid 15. The fabric is BeStitchMe from BeStitchMe. I got this in the Live and Die LA. No, in the Black Needle Society, Best of Black Needle Society box in January. Which is why it's that gorgeous blue and purple. It's stunning. Next up on the 15th, I worked on the Wonders of the James Webb Telescope by Climbing Goat Designs. Here is the pattern. We have now got part 3, so this is the most up-to-date cover. And I also worked on this on the 24th. Here's where I was, and here is where I'm at. So I'm really happy with my progress on this. I got a ton done. So here's where we're at. I now have 12 of the 18 hexes done, and I completed Pillars of Creation. So once I get the rest of these hexes done, part 1 will be finished, but I am going to start part 2 before I do those hexes. They go on this side. This is stitched on 28 count Lugana 2/2 in the color Midnight Sky from Live and Die LA. I haven't been talking about needle minders. These are from Ginger Stitch I Do You and Dying Sass. Next up, on the 16th, I went and saw Chicago. I didn't feel like working on my project earlier in the day, so I didn't actually stitch at all. The closest I got was probably a couple hundred stitches on James Webb after midnight, but I did not work on the Wonders of the Hubble Telescope, so James Webb progressed forward. But then when we got home from the theatre, I did work on the Mickey head again for a little bit. And then late when I got up on the 17th, I worked on Happy Haunts. I have then worked on Happy Haunts again on the 25th. This is by Good Morning Maui. This is the cover image. This is where I was up to, and this is where I'm at. So this is the section I am working on. So I worked on I finished these 2 trees, I finished this bust and started this guy. They are dense, that is a lot of stitching in those. Between the 2 of them, it is between the 2 dates it's 883 stitches, and it looks like I've got nothing done. Like it's a lot of dense stitching in those. This will come out again in a couple of days because this one is round, so hopefully I will get the busts finished by the end of the month. Needle minder is from Kim's Creative Minders, and the fabric is Haunted Mansion 28 count Lugana, no 32 count Lugana from Livendale LA. And it's still in the only project bag that I have actually finished because I have to pull my sewing machine out. On the 18th, this is my finish. I worked on Honor Christmas from Forbidden Fibre Co. I'm not going to bother with the cover image. Here is where I was. And here we are done. So I'm pretty happy with that. I just had a bunch of filling to do. I thought I had about 600 stitches to go, but I had not added about 300 from December. So I only had like 320, but they all got done. What did I have on a Christmas? I moved it, so I don't even know how many stitches I did. But it is all complete. So now I will put it away. I will eventually, I'm probably going to make a banner out of it. This is stitched on Counting House. This one was Lugana. This is 28 count Lugana from Forbidden Fibre Co. using the Advent Kit hand dyes. On the 19th, I worked on Dole Whip. Here it is. Here is where I was, and I have moved my piece of and this is where I'm up to. I didn't get a ton done on this. It was only 211 stitches, but I am slowly filling in this. It's not even the darkest orange, there's a darker yellow that'll go on top. But this is the largest number of stitches. I've done about 400 already, and I have another 500 to go in this particular colour. That is just stitched on perforated paper by Mill Hill. And then on the 22nd, I did not work on Anzac because I went to Disneyland. I met up with StitchingSorcress, Amanda. So here is a photo of the three of us. So there's me, Shannon, and Amanda. It was really cool. I love going into the park with people. We kind of had a really chill afternoon. The park was busy, but we didn't have to wait terribly long for anything. And then after they left, I went over to DCA for a little bit before heading back for the fireworks. But what I did do is in DCA I did Mickey's Full of Magic. There was also a couple of points where I had to wait for Shannon and Amanda, so I worked on Bewitching Pumpkin. My cover image is like trash at this point, sorry guys. Bewitching Pumpkin from Mill Hill Beta Kits, and here's where I'm at. So basically I just did this fuchsia or the magenta on this side. I actually had done this when we went to the Discovery Center a couple of weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, but I hadn't shown it last week because I forgot to put the numbers into my app. And then last but not least, I pulled this out the last couple of nights because I wanted to. This is Disneyland. This is by NaniDesigns or NaniDesigns, and here's where it was, and here is where I'm at. I'm actually going to put behind this because it is fairly light. It is 40 count linen in Easter grass. I'm doing 1/2. I'm sorry for all the danglies. It's just the way I work. I have started on the Matterhorn. I think this is the railway line. But we're getting there. I'm making progress. Slow progress. Like I only did, what did I do on this? Like 400 stitches on it in the last 2 weeks. I am still trying to get to the first milestone of 4,000 stitches and I'm not there yet. I am 2 months behind. Yeah, I'm probably taking 5 projects with me on the cruise. Disneyland, the Mickey Head Heroes, and the 2 telescope sails, because that makes perfect sense when you're going on an eclipse cruise to take the space ones. And then I am probably taking a small that will be slightly easier for me to take around if I head out and take my stitching with me to other places on the ship instead of stitching on the balcony or in the room. So that is all of my stitching. I am pretty happy with what I got done. You can't complain, right? I have a tiny amount of haul, basically just the one piece. So I am restarting Death by Cross Stitch. I wasn't happy with the way I loved the colors, but I wasn't happy with the way it was color progressing. So I started Anzac and loved the way the silk has been stitching up. I mean, look at it, it's like amazing. So I ended up ordering 2 hanks of PR 152 from Silks From You. It is a teal, a purple, and a blue, and then when the purple and the green is like a different blue. So I've actually already cut my first hank, but I do not have enough floss straps, so I'm leaving it like this until my next Adam Hart mystery box comes in. It is due, I believe, this week. Next month. So I will just do one and then the other once I get up to it, because it's probably going to take me a couple of years to need the next one. So that is all on my haul. I have a couple of other things. As I said, I've had a stupid head cold for so I went to Disney and I felt fine. And then by about 10 p.m, I was there till 11:30. I was starting to cough, and by the time I came home, I was just like coughing terribly, like coughing out of my chest. By Saturday, I was just completely wiped out. I was going to go back to work yesterday, but I was not starting until 1:30. Made the call at like 11 o'clock that I wasn't up to it. I was just like, I could probably go in, but I have a lot happening in the next couple of weeks and I don't have time to relapse. And then I was going to go in to the workshop to dye today, and Val was like, if you want to leave it for today. And I mean, all I did today was go to the grocery store, and it took me an hour and a half to recover from that. So it has kind of knocked me a little bit for a loop. But on a happier note, as I said, I went to Disney last week. I'm making use of my Disney pass because I can. One of the things I am doing with this is I get the photo pass included. So I'm getting my photo at the front of the park, and they usually do a couple of the magical photos as well. So the first trip we did, I got the balloons, and then my trip I did on Friday, I got these 2. So I got the Peter Pan and the Pluto, and they're just so cute. This is a old dress store dress. This is from, I think, 2021. As I said, I went over to Disney's California Adventure, and one of the things I want to attempt to do on my trips is go to the Animation Academy. And what I did is I got myself a little notebook, which is starting to be covered in stickers. there shall be more. And so I drew Donald. I drew a terrible Donald, but I drew Donald. It's like angry Donald, but my C's are too elongated. But you know what? It was my first attempt. I also finally received my new Loungefly, which is going to be my park bag. And I ordered a new water bottle, so I have a 22-ounce stainless steel water bottle that I use for work, but because I work at a different theme park, I can't cover it in Disney stickers. So I bought some Disney stickers. These are from When You Wish, I believe. Wish Upon Magic. I discovered them on Etsy, and now I am buying from their actual store, which are all the stickers that are on my notebook as well. So the Tiki Room, that's to go on the notebook. Baymax saying drink water. I brought enough stickers, I got a freebie, so I got the white balloon, which you cannot see because it's white. That'll probably go on my notebook, to be honest. I do have the holographic Disney 100. This is my emotional support water bottle because they sent me the wrong colour. I do need to wait for the new one to come in. A floral Disneyland sign. And this is actually a friend who is not a stitching friend, who's been having a bit of a year. So it says, I am loved, I am enough, I am capable, I am going to Disney. He is going to be one of my Disney going to people, as he also has a magic key, and when I change my availability we'll have at least one of the same days off, so that will be awesome. Otherwise that is it from me. I'm hoping to get over this. I do go on a cruise on Wednesday. My next video won't be until the following week, so it'll be 3 weeks. It'll be about the 17th I film, because I don't get back until the 13th. I have plans for the next couple of days after that, so it will be 3 weeks before I see you again. Hopefully I have a bunch of progress, but honestly I'm on a cruise. I'm not expecting to get a ton done. I plan on, you know, swimming and taking advantage of, you know, the amenities, checking out the sites, stuff like that. But hopefully I will post some stuff on Instagram. And to everybody who is out there, have a great day, have a great week, have a great month. It's going to be a while. Find your jam, work on what makes you happy, and night.